Try to make sure that we got the ball first and try to get some points on the board. We start off a little bit slow in that we do not a commendable job on the kickoff return. We're a little bit hesitant here coming out and start off on the 11-yard line. Their defense does a good job. In spots, we just got physically beaten. You're going to do that every once in a while. You're going to get beat every once in a while physically, but you keep coming back, or you should. Here's Mike Schuler back to throw. He runs out of the pocket, falls just a little bit short of picking up the first down, and we have to punt the ball away to him. This is Terry Sanders doing the punting for us. Get good coverage on it. Their man fair catches the football. They've got great field position, though, on the minus 40-yard line. Here's their quarterback, Dewberry, back to throw. He pitches it off to Robert Levette, I think that is, and picks up a first down there. Robert Levette had quite a few yards. Really, we keep him under 100 yards with the exception of about a 43-yard run versus a blitz late in the game. I thought Dewberry, their quarterback, handled the situation and handled their offense extremely well. Our defense stops them here and holds them to a field goal. I thought in spots our defense played some great football, but the inconsistency was still there as far as from an overall standpoint. Here we take the kickoff again, and rather than we have a little bit of a change-up on a return, there's a ball laying around on the ground, and we're going to see several times, and what all of our ball carriers and quarterbacks and receivers, after they catch the football, when they get in traffic, they're going to have to start putting both hands on the football. It's not like we don't try now, and not that we don't have drills. We practice drills every day as far as fumble-type drills to get them to put both hands on the football. But then when we get in the ball games, we don't do it. We don't think about it. We don't go through that process when we should. Here's another completion to a tight end on a crossing route that Dewberry hits. He's back to throw again. Dumps it off to Robert Levette. There's 2 missed tackles, 3 missed tackles. Right there. We have too many missed tackles on the defensive side of the football. There's some good hits right there, keeping them to within a yard. The 4th down play, little play action up into the line trying to get it. And here's a great play by Cornelius Bennett coming from his inside linebacker spot. Cornelius, for some of you that might have a question about Cornelius playing inside, we did move Cornelius inside last week from his outside position to take better advantage of his ability. He's got great ability, and from the inside spot, we just feel like he's got a chance to get in on more plays and help our defensive football team a lot more than what we were using from the outside spot. Dewberry back to throw. We get a pretty good rush, but we lose containment on him here. And they pick up a big first down there on the pass in the flat, and the first quarter winds up Georgia Tech 3, and we have nothing. As we turn the ball around and start the second quarter, we pick up on a continuation of a 16-play drive for Georgia Tech that scores. It's after we had failed offensively to pick up a 3rd down in one situation to keep a drive alive, which we have to be able to pick up a yard to keep drives alive. And after a Terry Sanders punt, here's a toss play to Robert Levette. Robert had a real good day. I think we did a good job on him overall defensively up until one of the last plays of the game. Here he is going down to the 1-foot line. It looks like we're going to rise up to the occasion and do on 3 plays. And then on the 4th down play, they toss it to him and on the sweep back to the left side right here. And they do a good job of blocking our people, and he runs it in for the touchdown. But right there at the end, I think he picks up, Robert Levette picks up like a 43-yard run on a blitz, just creases it just right. And here they're squib kicking the ball after our second return. Ricky Thomas picks it up. Protect the football, Ricky, for the second week in a row. We fumble the ball in the kicking game and turn it over to them in real good field position. They were squib kicking it after our second return to keep it away from Greg Richardson, our return man. And I think it was a smart thing to do on their part. Here's Dewberry running out of the pocket, picking up a few yards, tackled by Cornelius Bennett there out of bounds. And they kick it a field goal. They add to it and makes it 13-0. They kicking off again, squib kicking. I think Ricky Moore takes this one. Pick up somebody, man. Pick up somebody. And we got it on offense. Mike Shula back to throw. Here they come with a blitz. We pick it up real good. Throw it out there, and we have some people open. Perfect play. We just don't make the catch. Preston Gothard, our tight end, one of the best guys, best pair of hands on our football team, just fails to catch that. Pick up a big first down there to Greg Richardson. Here's a 3rd and 8 situation. Mike Shula back, throws the ball. Great catch by Clay Whitehurst from Nashville, Tennessee. Freshman, a pure freshman, is just with us this year. And he had his first start yesterday, and I thought he played well overall. Here's another shot at it to ground level in slow motion. Makes a big play. That's a clutch play. 3rd down and 8 situation to keep a drive alive. Here's Paul Carruth on a draw up the middle, and you notice the scramble there on the screen. We fumble the ball again. We've got to learn how to put both hands on the football when we're getting in traffic. Just got to do that. Here's another one right here. But we just can't afford as a football team to turn the ball over and get penalties. And here's a big penalty right here. Face mask penalty, 15. We've got their quarterback for a 15-yard sack, which turns into a 30-yard penalty because they mark it off 15 yards the other way from the line of scrimmage. So you add the 15-yard sack to the 15-yard penalty. That's a 30-yard penalty. And that's one of those big biggies that you really can't afford. One of those can mean a ball game. And when we commit as many as we can, there's a great play by Cornelius Bennett. Just one more of many plays that he made through the course of the ball game to indicate the very reason we put him inside instead of outside. Score at the end of the half is 13-0. We come out the second half, kickoff. Terry Sanders has a great kick. Great hang time at about 5-6 yards back in the end zone, and he fumbles it around a little bit, and they choose to not bring it out. They start on the 20. Bear throwing the ball out to one of his receivers here, picking up some good yardage. I think they take this second half kickoff and move it right down. Here's a run, a couple of missed tackles in the backfield, finally brought down, run out of bounds by Britton Cooper, our free safety. They take the ball down and get it in field goal position with Robert Levette doing some good running for him, and kick a field goal and get 3 points out of it. I think that tells the story as far as the scoring for the entire game, and that's the way it wound up. We were hoping to pin them down there and get the ball in good field position. Here they're kicking it off, they're squibbing it again, trying to keep it away from our return man, our deep man. We finally wind up with it anyway, and start off offensively. We made a couple little adjustments at halftime, nothing major except picking out play selections, a few plays, and said, hey, man, let's go get them. We come out the second half and get it going a little bit here, and feel like we've got momentum turned around a little bit. Pick up a big 3rd down play here. Paul Carruth makes a great catch and run of a Mike Shula pass, getting it down in the plus territory in the scoring position. Now we got it going a little bit. I think Paul played a good game. He got knocked a little unconscious there early in the game and was a little concerned about him, but he came back. He's a real tough young man. There's Mike Shula back to throw. A little shovel pass up in the middle to Ricky Moore. Gets a few yards. Now we're back to pass. Uh-oh. Safety picks it off. We were lucky here. Mike Shula makes the tackle, makes the saving tackle, but their people were offside. Mike Shula did a good job with the snap count there, and the defense was offside, so it brings it back +5. Mike Shula runs out of the pocket, sees some, picks up a big first down here. We're down inside the 15 now, close to the 15. Toss to Ricky Moore. Jumps over, gets it down to the 10. Picks up 5 or 6 big yards for us there. Now we're throwing the touchdown pass to Ricky Moore. That gives us 6 points to their 16. We felt like the same play would work on the other side to go for 2. Here's a ground level shot of it, the touchdown pass. We go for 2 there, hoping to make it 8. And if we score again, we'd make it 8. Going for 2 again. Either way, you'd have to score twice. Have to score another touchdown plus a field goal to win. That brings the score to 16-6. 2:20 left in the third quarter. Here's a draw play to Paul Carruth gets good yardage up the middle, and the end of the third quarter scores 16-6, just like it wound up at the end of the game. Starting the fourth quarter, we think we can get some things going. Here's a pass from Mike Schuler to Clay Whitehurst, makes a good catch over on our sideline. Brings up a short yardage situation. Draw play to Paul Carruth up the middle for a big first down. And we've got plenty of time. Looks like our players are coming around, get a little momentum going our way. Come out here on third down. Mike Schuler runs the football and wind up having to punt it away with Terry Sanders. I think this is one that slides off the side of his foot and puts their football team in great field position back on the 35-yard line. Dewberry and company comes out with the football, and Robert Levette goes to work on it. This is where we've got to have a big play by our defense. Big play, turnover, force a fumble. There's a play-action pass. Popping the tight end for a big first down over on our sideline there. But we had quite a few of our defensive players just played their hearts out. And they were on the field for a long time. We tried to shuffle them and rotate them as much as we could, try to keep them fresh. But we had quite a few of those guys that just played their hearts out. Bring Vince Sutton in, hoping Vince would give us a spark. Throws the ball out here to Ricky Moore. Picks up the first down. Run the option play. One of our receivers missed the block. That's number 13 up there making the tackle. One of our many mistakes of the ball game. Here's a pop to Preston Gothard, our tight end. Real alert on the part of Vince Sutton on the blitz, popping a hot receiver. He fakes everybody in the stands out here. Does a good job of running the ball up there close to a first down. This is where he hurt his shoulder. Got a slight shoulder separation on that play. I understand from the papers this morning, Bo Jackson is to have surgery Monday, and we certainly feel badly about that. Feel bad about any great football player getting injured, especially to the extent where they might miss a season, like our Kerry Good last week. Here's Mike Schuler back throwing the ball on the last big fourth down situation. We caught the football, but it was ruled out of bounds. Here's a tip drill. Opportunity to make a big play. Still existed there this late in the ball game, and things just were going their way. We just weren't making them happen on our side of the football. Here's a blitz, trying to make something happen, and they pop it and they crease it on us, which can happen sometime on a blitz. And here their offense is running the clock out. Actually, there was 4 seconds left, but it's all over. But I feel very badly for our players, like I said at the top of the show, especially those that just played their hearts out, and we had quite a few of them. Ball game ended up 16-6.